What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming a pregnancy update. If you are new or have never seen my face before, never seen any of my videos, I am 35 weeks pregnant today. My name is Lenialise, by the way, and I have a 10-month-old daughter. So we are on the home stretch of this second pregnancy, and I am pregnant with another girl, so she's gonna be here so soon. And I feel like I haven't done a lot of updates in general. I didn't do too many with Renly, but I do have a couple videos kind of in the beginning with her of how I was kind of feeling in those beginning weeks, and of course like her labor vlog and all that good stuff. So I just figured that I would film a little bit of an update video because I haven't really had any like announcement or just update videos in general with this pregnancy. So that's what today's video is going to be. So like I said, I'm 35 weeks today. So I was diagnosed with gestational diabetes. I normally, the time frame to like take that test is between like 26 to 29 weeks, around there, I believe. But for some reason in my scheduling, I had missed that appointment that month, because typically you go once a month until you start getting toward the end, and I had missed that appointment that month, so I wasn't able to take my glucose test until around 30 to 31 weeks. I took the 1-hour test and I did not pass it, so they don't like diagnose you at that point. You then have to take the 3-hour long test to like confirm. And so I went in about a week later and did that. My husband's calling me. Hello? Okay, not really sure where I left off. Yeah, so I went in and took my 3-hour test, and I guess from those test results, I got a call, and they basically wanted to set me up for like the class on how to like handle gestational diabetes. So I just kind of presumed it was a weird conversation. Like I didn't really get the clear answer, but clearly I have it. But honestly, not really sure how any of that works, to be honest. Like I just know how it works for the test that I took. I had to fast, and then I went in that morning to the lab. They got my fasting blood sugar, and then they gave me the glucose drink, and then they took my blood. So they took my blood initially before I drank the drink. Then after an hour of drinking the drink, they took my blood again. After 2 hours from drinking the drink, took my blood again, and then after 3 hours they took it again. And so I only took the drink one time, and then they just kept taking it after 3 hours. And after, I forget my fasting one, it was like 70s, 80s. And then after the first hour, it was like 100 something, 120 something. And then after the second hour, it was like 203. And then after the third hour, it dropped down to like 78 or something. So I'm not really sure like how they figured that out, but that's like what my results were. So yeah, from there I went to a class, and they just kind of told me, once I like got that call, because they had called me later that afternoon, I did my own research and kind of figured out like what I was supposed to be eating and whatnot. So I just kind of like went and like followed my own diet based on what they said that I had. So I just literally Googled gestational diabetes, diets, like snacks, whatever, and figured out that it was supposed to be like a low carb diet. So I was kind of doing that on my own until the next week, where I had like my nutrition class, where they just taught us basically everything that I taught myself online, as far as like what you should be eating and like what snacks are good, carb counting, all that good stuff, how many carbs you should be having per meal and per snack and whatnot. And they teach you how to use the how to test your glucose basically. So I went and picked that up at my pharmacy and all that good stuff. But besides the point, since I've had that class, I have not been on it, like they haven't put me on anything on top of that, like no insulin or anything, because my blood sugar for the most part, they say it's supposed to be 120 or under, and it's never been over 120 since I took that glucose test. So I really don't know. Maybe it's my diet, maybe it's like diet controlled, but that's pretty much the update on that. I do have an ultrasound next week. So then that takes me back to when I was 32 weeks is when I got diagnosed in that. So basically I had an appointment on a Wednesday, I believe, and it was an ultrasound, and they measured baby, and she was 5 pounds at 32 weeks. So, and I had just turned 32 weeks because every Monday is when like the new week starts. So it was like a Wednesday. So she was 5 pounds. That was like over 2 weeks ago. And that was 3 weeks ago, right? Because I'm 35 weeks, yeah. So she was 5 pounds, and they say typically babies gain around like half a pound a week at this like stage in pregnancy. So if like that math is correct, and that's for like normal babies, that's not even like gestational diabetes babies, sometimes grow bigger faster because they're having to produce more insulin to make sure that their own blood sugar is regulated, so that makes them gain more weight quickly. So according to like a normal baby right now, she should be 6.5 pounds, but she could be more, or she could be less, who knows, but she could be more, probably more, because she's having to do more work and gain more weight through like producing insulin or whatever. So that was my last ultrasound about 3 weeks ago, and it'll be 3 weeks ago on Wednesday. Today is Monday. So my next ultrasound is not this week, but next week on Wednesday, and I am very nervous to see how much she is gonna weigh. My first daughter, Renly, weighed oh my god, I can't even think. She weighed 7 pounds and 2 ounces when she was born, but then immediately after, like when we left the hospital a day later, she weighed 6 pounds and 11 ounces when we left. So that's about what this baby weighs like right now, and I'm 35 weeks, and I had Renly at 39 weeks. So I still got 4 weeks to go because I have gestational diabetes. They don't have to, but they prefer to induce me early, a week early. I did get induced a week early with Renly. I did not have gestational diabetes with my first pregnancy, but I just chose to get induced because it was like the midst of COVID, and when it was a lot less, like it was just more of like that crazy time. It was last June, and I wanted to get tested beforehand and stuff so I wouldn't have to wear a mask while laboring and blah blah blah. So I chose to get induced with Renly. I wasn't going to get induced with this one. I wanted to see what it was like to like for my body to go into labor naturally, but I don't want her to be huge, so I am gonna go ahead and get induced at 39 weeks. And I'm already nervous because this baby probably weighs right now what Renly did at 39 weeks. And I really don't want to have more than an 8-pound baby. Like I don't want to have to birth an 8-pound baby. And I don't really want to have a C-section either. And I know that if something happens and I have to have one, I'm okay. Like that's fine, obviously. But I don't want to choose to have a C-section just because I have had one vaginally, and I don't like, I already know what that experience is like, and it's just, you know, it's just something new. Like I don't want to do something new when I've already done this, and I'm just like used to that first experience, and I cling to that first experience, and I just want to feel that same way with the second one. So I don't know what's gonna happen, because if she's more than like 8, 9, 10 pounds, like I don't know how my body will handle that. Like can't lie, with Renly, I feel like I was a rock star with her. Like I had her, I mean, it took me a minute, like after they induced me, I was in labor for about 25 hours, but it really wasn't bad. I wasn't in too much pain. I had an epidural like halfway through, and it was okay. Barely tore, super easy, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm really nervous for this one. So anyway, yeah, that is pretty much the update. Like I said, I'm 35 weeks today. I just kind of wanted to like keep you guys in the loop with everything, and not only that, but like I said, I haven't like filmed too many updates with this pregnancy, and so I just kind of wanted to have this look back on as well. So if you guys have or have had in the past gestational diabetes and have any like tips or anything, I feel like I'm okay with like my diet and stuff. Like I said, my blood sugar is like normal, but just like let me know like your experiences with your labors and how far you went. I have a feeling like I'm gonna go early, but I don't know. So just let me know how long like you lasted and how much your baby weighed and just like what your experience was, because I am so curious. But yeah, I think that's all I have. If I forget anything, I'll just update you guys either like in the comments or something on the screen. But I think that's all the updates that I have. I do have an ultrasound next week on Wednesday, so I will try to kind of vlog that day, or at least give you guys an update that morning of how much she weighs. I'll be 36 and a half-ish, 36 in a couple days. So yeah, it's getting real, and I have lots of like nesting vlogs coming soon. I have barely started nesting, but I do have her back and play set up, and I washed all her sheets and her boppy and her blanket and all that good stuff, her little bassinet that's in there. So yeah, I am gonna do a hospital bag video. If you guys are interested in that, you may want to subscribe, and just to be in the loop with all of my nesting videos coming up, as well as I am filming in my new bedroom right now. I do have a series, I'll link that down below. It's all on a playlist of converting our 1-car garage into a bedroom, which is now Kanoy and I's master bedroom. So we're not done with that yet, but the final episode of that should be coming in the next couple weeks. I don't have a date because I'm waiting for our bed frame to come in, but once the bed frame comes in, then I'm gonna basically put everything together and decorate and make all the finishing touches. So that's gonna be the final episode. But anyway, lots of fun videos coming soon. So like I said, if you are new here, be sure to subscribe. And other than that, I think that's all I have for you guys. Please comment down below your experiences if you've had gestational diabetes, because I want to know. I need to know what the heck's gonna go down. But I know everyone's different. So anyway, that's all I have for you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Awake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side.